Following two deadly earthquakes in Venezuela, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar on her social media pages extended on her own behalf and that of the government and people of Trinidad and Tobago heartfelt sympathy to the government and people of Venezuela. Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar further said, quote, "Our thoughts, prayers and solidarity are with all those affected. We stand ready to assist in whatever humanitarian way we can during this difficult time," end quote. The Prime Minister also reposted the statement issued by the Ministry of Foreign and Caricom Affairs, which said that the government of Trinidad and Tobago stands prepared to provide any requested support and assistance to Venezuelan authorities where possible. Venezuela's National Assembly said in a statement on Thursday afternoon that the Assembly's President, Jorge Rodriguez, reported that the death toll from Wednesday's earthquakes rose to 188, that 1,520 people were injured, 157 people were missing, and 200 were trapped under the rubble. Venezuela's National Assembly further said that 2,927 families have been affected and 250 buildings have been damaged, mainly in the state of La Guaira, as well as 8 hospitals and 20 shopping centers. In October of last year, Venezuela's National Assembly approved a motion declaring the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago persona non grata, a move Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar had described as useless. At that time, the Prime Minister and her administration supported U.S. military actions against what the U.S. called narco-terrorists in the Caribbean. In January of this year, Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro and his wife were taken to the U.S. via a U.S. military operation. Since then, Delcy Rodriguez has been serving as Venezuela's acting president. In a social media post, acting President Rodriguez said she held a phone call with the Secretary of State of the United States of America, Marco Rubio, who has expressed solidarity and support for the Venezuelan people during this difficult time. Secretary Rubio confirmed the phone call and outlined the initial elements of the assistance being offered by the U.S. when he spoke with the media during an official trip in Bahrain.
I had an opportunity to talk earlier this morning with Delcy Rodriguez, the acting president. We're obviously awaiting we're already deploying search and rescue teams from Fairfax County, Virginia, and Los Angeles. There'll be some others we'll add. That's their most immediate need right now is search and rescue efforts. They have a bunch of collapsed buildings, and so they'll need a lot of help in terms of digging through that. The airport there is badly damaged, so we'll have to rely on the Department of War to deploy assets there.
Acting President Rodriguez has acknowledged the messages of support from the U.S. and several other countries, including Guyana, but so far has not acknowledged similar sentiments expressed by the government of Trinidad and Tobago. The Foreign and Caricom Affairs Ministry said it is continuing to monitor the situation closely through Trinidad and Tobago's diplomatic mission in Caracas. The ministry said the diplomatic mission was not significantly impacted by the event. Jewel Brown, TV6 News.